Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's special edition, the 14th edition of the South Asian Laadli Media and Advertising Awards for Gender Sensitivity. And this is the fourth edition of the South Asian edition, the 14th edition of the National Awards. It is my absolute pleasure to have you all at the celebration of gender sensitivity. It is a very special occasion for several reasons. One, because it coincides with the UNFPA marking its 50-year journey in India, the Golden Jubilee of UNFPA. It is my first Laadli Awards since I took over as director. It is also a very special occasion because several of my faculty, my mentors are all here. People who have really held me by hand and seen me grow from a student in TISS to my journey here. So one of whom, my director, Dr. Armati Desai, is getting an award tonight. So it is special. And now I'll tell you the last special reason. We have with us, we have Vinaya Deshpande, who is a journalist, a fellow Laadli awardee. She is the Hindu bureau chief for Maharashtra. And she's been both a television and a print journalist. And so it's my great pleasure to invite her to the stage now to take over the proceedings and take us through the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yogesh. Thank you for those kind words. Hello, everyone. And it's a special occasion for more than one reasons because this is the same place where almost a decade and a half ago, as a starry-eyed cub reporter of The Hindu then, this was one of my initial assignments and I had walked in to cover these awards. To a few years ago when I myself worked here to receive an award, to today evening where I'm your host, it's an absolute pleasure. And I couldn't have been more grateful to Population First for giving me this opportunity today because in some sense, life comes full circle for me today. So thank you so much. The Laadli Media and Advertising Awards for Gender Sensitivity are a one-of-its-kind initiative that salutes noteworthy gender-nuanced work from across the spectrum of journalism, books, advertisements, films, documentary films, and the OTT sphere. After all, it's so important for us to recognize and celebrate our heroes and our sheroes. But before we begin, let's honor the memory of Population First's beloved founder, Bobby Sister, a multifaceted personality dedicated to social upliftment. Let's commemorate him with this video, which his niece and renowned singer-performer and Population First spokesperson, Sunita Rao, has helped put together. Let's have this AV, please.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond
immense pleasure to welcome you all, I repeat, I have to repeat this, to the third edition of the South Asia Laadli Media in Advertising Awards for Gender Sensitivity.
After this beautiful tribute, if I may request everyone to please rise for a minute of silence in his memory. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We start the evening with a curtain raiser, but before we commence, if I may request everyone to please put your cell phones on silent mode or switch them off, please. Thank you. That disturbance is absolutely welcome. Can we please have the AV?
Change is the only constant. But do we wait for it or do we steer and accelerate it for a better world? The smallest of changes can make a big difference.
We are here because we truly believe that the world needs to be a more compassionate, a more equal world.
लाडलों की दुनिया में कोई पुरस्कार खुद को लाडली कहता हो, ये कितनी अच्छी बात है, कितनी ज़िद है इस नाम में। जो प्यार और प्रोत्साहन काम करने की जगह में नहीं है, शायद इस नाम से और इस पुरस्कार से उसकी भरपाई हो जाती होगी।
I would sincerely like to thank everybody at Laadli for giving this award to Bombay. It means a lot because I know the work that Laadli has been doing in the field of gender sensitivity. And as an artist, I've always believed that my work should not be simply for entertainment, but it should be sensitizing, thought-provoking, it should leave the audience with questions. And I feel this award reconfirms that that is what Bombay does.
For over a decade and a half, Population First, through its 13 editions of Laadli Media and Advertising Awards for Gender Sensitivity, has amplified the message of gender equality to lakhs of content creators in media and advertising. We have granted over 1,000 fellowships to journalists, awarded nearly 2,000 media persons across 14 languages, and conducted a large number of workshops, training programs, and consultations to influence a large number of media content creators and influencers. We still have a long journey ahead before we usher in gender equality. Here's to yet another milestone in that direction.
Welcome to the 14th edition of the Laadli Media and Advertising Awards for Gender Sensitivity and the 4th edition of the South Asian Awards, supported by UNFPA and with a collaboration with the South Asia Women in Media.
What a wonderful start, ladies and gentlemen. And now moving ahead, I would like to invite Executive Trustee of Population First and leading ad man, KV Sridhar, to address the gathering. KV Sridhar ji, please, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening to everyone who braved the rain and Mumbai traffic. Both are very difficult in this city. Let me welcome the dignitaries from UNFPA, Dr. Natalia Cannon, and the other dignitaries who have joined her and the entire team, because this is very special, not just to UNFPA, also special to Population First, to be able to celebrate along with you the 50 years. So a big round of applause to UNFPA. And a very warm welcome, and then thank you to Mrs. Ratna Patak. Mr. Ratna Patak Shah, thank you very much. And also all the invitees. Apart from that, a special mention to Mrs. Bakshi for being here and then accepting to grace the occasion and then accepting the honor which we wanted to bestow you. Very, very thank you. And this is a special occasion every year. I think this is one of the most powerful initiatives change can ever happen, and then how the change begins. There can't be anyone other than the people in this room would realize the power of communication. The power of a blank sheet in front of you, and then the power of words which you put in on that. And then the pen always wins. And what Bobby really encouraged me and then asked me to really carry on and then mentored me for close to 20 years is you do not know and understand your power. You can sell a soap, or you can sell, or you can actually change the behavior of people. That stuck with me, and I've been trying to use all that which I have to help change the behavior of people. In whatever way, that's the power of communication. I'm very glad to see so many people today who are going to, receive the awards. Receiving the award is only one small part. But all the cases, all the work which has been done, I'm privy to some of them. They're wonderful work. Not only they're beautiful stories, for the people to see, but the effect of that on society and on this country is going to be enormous. I'm glad that we are going to the micro level and then doing the regional, appreciating the regional work, because communication can't be for everyone. It has to be specific to people, and also spreading it across South Asia. Thank you very much for the support, and I congratulate everyone. I ask everyone to continue to support us and continue to do what you are doing day in and day out. That is where change will happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sridharji, for those inspiring words. And now, if I may invite Population First ex-CEO, advisor, mentor, and now trustee, Dr. A.L. Sharada, to address us, please.
I'm relieved there are people in the hall. This being, midweek, working day, Dashera traffic and rain. So it's a little difficult for people to move out of the house, get out of the house and come for something like this. But I'm so happy that we still have so many people here. A warm welcome to this very special edition of the Laadli Media Awards, which also marks the 50 years of UNFPA in India, our steadfast supporter for over 20 years almost. We are very honored to have with us today the UN Under-Secretary General and Executive Director of UNFPA, Dr. Natalia Kanem, and Regional Director of the Asia Pacific Regional Office, Mr. P.O. Smith, and our esteemed and loved Country Director of UNFPA, Ms. Andrea Warner. I extend a heartfelt welcome to them and to all their colleagues. We are delighted to honor 6 trailblazing changemakers who have played a significant role in advancing the key themes of UNFPA, including masculinities, aging, adolescent health, body integrity, climate change, and the digital divide. I extend a warm welcome to Laadli's esteemed friends and today's UNFPA 50 Laadli Award winners, Mr. Harjit Gill, Sheelu Srinivasan, Paramita Ora, Vishakha Datta, Nidhi Jamwal, and Anita Gurumurthy. It is a privilege to present the Laadli of the Century Award to Dr. Armaiti Desai, who has been instrumental in mainstreaming gender equality in academic institutions, and the Lifetime Achievement Award to the iconic Ms. Bachchi Karkaria. I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation and thanks to the South Asia Women in Media Network, for making the South Asia Awards possible through its diligent and meticulous jury process. I warmly welcome the South Asia winners and esteemed jury members who are present with us today. Unfortunately, the winners from Pakistan and Afghanistan are not able to attend due to visa issues, but their achievements are recognized and celebrated in spirit. It is a pleasure to welcome Ms. Ratna Pathak Shah, who, as the iconic Maya Sarabhai for me, please forgive me for that, is very much a part of our extended family. We are deeply grateful that she accepted our invitation to join us this evening. To all the change makers present here, I believe each one of us here is a change maker. Your presence is a testament to the progress we are making. A special thanks to all our guests who made it here, despite the weekday rush. It is, as I said, Navratri traffic condition. While we have made strides towards creating more gender just and gender equal society, the ongoing violence, exploitation, and injustice remind us there is still a long way to go. As they say, awareness is the beginning of change. The resistance movements, whether from the WCC, women wrestlers, or the protesters in Calcutta, show that people are willing to risk their careers, their futures, and even their lives to fight for safety, security, and dignity. The media plays a pivotal role in amplifying these voices, offering alternate narratives, and calling out hypocrisy in society. Tonight's award winners have done just that, telling stories that are uplifting, thought-provoking, and sometimes bizarre, like the tale of Pakadao marriages, where men are abducted in Bihar and forced into marriages as a means to avoid dowry. These stories, along with many others, are documented in the book Alter Narratives, which we will be releasing today. Finally, this is our first national event after the passing of Mr. Sista, who we miss dearly. We know he would be proud of this evening's remarkable lineup of guests and winners. It's going to be a long program, so be prepared. But given all that we have to celebrate, I'm sure it will be well worth it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sharda. And now, let's dive straight into this by inviting UN Under-Secretary General and UNFPA Executive Director, Dr. Natalia Kanem, who is chairing today's awards ceremony, to present the awards for UNFPA at 50 themes. If I may please invite you on stage. Thank you, Dr. Kanem. Our first Trailblazer UNFPA at 50 Special Laadli Award for redefining masculinities goes to Dr. Harjant Gill. Dr. Harjant Gill's films and writings critically examine India's masculinity, challenging societal norms. If I may request Mr. Sridhar to come ahead and accept the award. Thank you, Mr. Sridhar, for accepting the award on behalf of Dr. Gill. We now have UNFPA at 50 Special Laadli Award for reporting on gender and climate change issues, which goes to Ms. Nidhi Jamwal. Nidhi Jamwal's reporting on climate change and its impact on women showcases their resilience in facing environmental challenges. Thank you, Ms. Jamwal. Now moving on, UNFPA at 50 Special Laadli Award for pioneering elderly care initiatives in India goes to Dr. Sheelu Srinivasan. Dr. Sheelu Srinivasan, founder of Dignity Foundation, has been a champion for elderly care with a focus on gender sensitivity. Dr. Sheelu Srinivasan. Thank you, Dr. Srinivasan. And now next, UNFPA at 50 Special Laadli Award for empowering adolescents and young people goes to Ms. Paromita Vora. Filmmaker and writer Paromita Vora empowers youth through her bold narratives, fostering open conversations on sexuality. Thank you, Ms. Paromita Vora. We now have the UNFPA at 50 Special Laadli Award for Advocacy to bridge the digital gender divide, which goes to Ms. Anita Gurumurthy. Anita Gurumurthy leads initiatives that advocate for women's digital rights, reshaping the digital space for gender equity. Thank you, Ms. Gurumurthy. And now moving on, UNFPA at 50 Special Laadli Award for building conversations around the right to bodily autonomy. And this award goes to Ms. Bishakha Datta. Bishakha Datta, filmmaker and activist, fosters vital conversations on women's bodily autonomy and rights. Thank you, Ms. Datta. And now I request our distinguished chairperson of today's awards ceremony, the Under-Secretary General of the United Nations and Executive Director of UNFPA, Dr. Natalia Kanem, to deliver the keynote address, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished participants, dear Dr. Sharada, Mr. Yogesh Pawar, the family and the associates of the late, great Mr. Bobby Sista, dear guests, dear colleagues, dear young people, good evening, namaste. I greet you in peace. Peace is the noble purpose of the United Nations. It's also the aspiration of women and girls and all of us here present. Mr. Bobby Sista, a pioneer in the world of art, advertising, and behavioral social change. The founder of Population First and initiator of the Laadli Project, who set our path on a simple yet powerful premise. Creative ideas can indeed change the behavior of society, for the empowerment of women and girls, for the betterment of society as a whole. Truly, he was a Laadli. On behalf of the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, I extend our deepest condolences and our assurance that we too intend to build upon his legacy. And tonight, I'm so pleased to be part of this 14th edition celebration of the Laadli Media and Advertising Awards for Gender Sensitivity. And I'm immensely pleased to be with you here in Mumbai, the city of dreams, every girl has a dream, and for us, during this Golden Jubilee year of UNFPA, we share in the pride that dreams indeed come true. And I think the awardees that we have just met are highly symbolic of that. I heartily congratulate all the award winners. And I have to say how impressive it is that you've produced stellar stories that reverberate in India and indeed all around the world. You are paving the way towards more socially responsive and gender inclusive media. Your work answers the question, how will we change conversations and mindsets? How will we challenge gender stereotypes and portray men, women, persons of diverse gender identities as fully equal? Yours truly is transformative work, and I know very well that it's not easy. Doing so often means crossing personal and professional barriers. So UNFPA is indeed quite proud of our long-standing partnership with Population First, with journalists, editors, media leaders, working to promote gender-sensitive content, to foster inclusive dialogue, and to amplify the voices of women, girls, and many of those who are too often pushed to the margins. Over the past decade and a half, Laadli has pushed the levers of change for more diverse representation in all forms of communication, whether that's media and news reporting, advertisements, film, books, and theater. Heartiest congratulations on this enriching journey that inspires young people and has brought us to this milestone event today. Media indeed is powerful, as we've heard. It shapes the way we think, what we believe, and how we as individuals and as societies value women and girls. Sensitive media narratives amplify diverse voices, and these stories are powerful tools. These tools transform social norms and attitudes. They promote gender equality and inclusion. And for this to happen, it's important to be cognizant of one's own biases and also one's own power to engage the other, to understand better, and to be the vehicle for dialogue. What practical steps can media take to alter public perceptions about the value, the inherent value of women and girls? Well, here is UNFPA's take. First, equality and representation, showing men and women in gender diverse roles that challenge any stereotype. If she can see it, she can be it. Second, increasing coverage of women-centric stories. So why not choose a woman as a source for your story? It's a story that features business or politics or sports or technology or other fields that are typically identified as male-dominated. Third, using inclusive language. And I think here again, you've been pioneering that idea. Language that does not marginalize or otherize women and girls. And lastly, we're hard at work with you to think about the work environment itself. How do we promote equality by putting in place those policies that support gender balance in recruitment, in career advancement opportunities for women, and a family-friendly work environment that works for everyone, men, women, and people of sexual diversities. And when that workplace works better for women, it certainly tends to work better for everyone, including men who should proudly take their parental leave without guilt. The family needs them to step up, and we support that. Policies are not just the right thing to do for employers. More and more, as we study the evidence, as we commission studies, we see that doing the right thing also helps to boost companies' bottom line, those balance sheets. So to close, let me say that I am a firm believer in letting evidence point the way forward, but I also admire the way you capture a narrative that interests the very girl who is listening on the radio, on her phone, watching the images, going through town and seeing the advertising. If it's building her confidence and making her feel secure that I fit in and I am valued, then we know that this can be a global best practice, not just here in India, but everywhere where we're trying to mainstream gender equity in media and communications. The regulatory bodies have stepped up. That is an important role, and they can support our efforts by developing guidelines, suggestions, case studies, examples of good gender-sensitive and rights-based reporting. Yes, the power of communications is that it's a power of action. I heartily commend Population First for leadership over the years in organizing these awards that open our eyes to see. Population First has stepped forward to claim the media as the vital allies that you are. Keep promoting that type of transformative change. It makes a difference in the lives of women and girls. To members of the jury, thank you. Thank you for your dedication, for your commitment, for ensuring a fair process and a transparency in these awards. So let me wish you every success, every strength, and that's exactly what every Laadli deserves. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Dr. Canham, for the address. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite UNFPA's Regional Director for Asia and Pacific, Mr. P.O. Smith, and Country Representative for UNFPA India, Ms. Andrea Voina, to present the South Asia Laadli Media Awards for consistent engagement on gender sensitivity. If I may request both of you to please come on stage. Thank you. And our winners from Bhutan are Damcho Pem, freelance journalist. Damcho is an award-winning journalist focusing on crime-related stories, particularly empowering female victims by amplifying their voices. Yangyel Laden, reporter, Quincel Corporation, renowned for broadening the conversation on domestic violence, shedding light on both male and female victims in Bhutan. After Bhutan, our winners from the Himalayan neighbor Nepal are Binita Dahal, correspondent BBC, a senior journalist known for in-depth investigative reporting on social exclusion and marginalized communities in Nepal. Binita Dahal. Kalpana Bhattarai, freelance journalist, a rising voice in Nepal's media, recognized for impactful investigative reporting on child trafficking across borders. Kalpana Bhattarai.
from Bangladesh are Tapashi Rabea Akhi, Special Correspondent, Daily South Asian Times, a media leader known for her dedication to amplifying women's and marginalized communities' voices in Bangladesh. Tapashi Rabea Akhi. The next winner from Bangladesh is Shumana Sharmin, who's the associate editor of Pratham Alo, a trailblazer in gender-sensitive journalism, focusing on issues affecting women and children since 1991. Shumana Sharmin. Tapashi is accepting that award on her behalf. Thank you, Tapashi. And we now move over to our Sri Lankan winners. And the first winner is Shonali Vanika Buduge, a freelance journalist, a prominent media figure, lawyer, and host of a gender-sensitive talk show amplifying women's voices in public policy. Can we please have the AV?
The People's Platform.
The AV, please. The AV,
Good evening
please.
and welcome to the People's Platform. It's essentially a man's world. The systems, processes, mindset, culture, society, religion, research, medicine, they're all curated and geared to the benefit of men. Gender intersects at each level of policymaking. And throughout history, we've seen gender-blind governments across the world. We've seen gender insensitivity in policymaking. Sometimes we also see gender exploitative practices and policies.
And our next winner is Anya Vipulasena, a freelance journalist spotlighting Sri Lanka's most marginalized communities, addressing critical social issues in global outlets. Anya Vipulasena. And now moving on to our Maldivian winners. The first winner is Aishat Mohammad, Deputy Editor, AO News. A dedicated journalist reshaping the Maldivian media landscape through gender-sensitive and impactful reporting. Aishat Mohammad. The next winner is Zamat Ahmad Waheed, freelance journalist, a journalist committed to advancing women's empowerment and gender-sensitive discourse in Maldivian society. And we now move on to our winners from Pakistan. And the first winner is Jamima Afridi, a freelance journalist and filmmaker, a pioneering journalist raising the voices of the marginalized, particularly the women in Pakistan. May we please have Dilrukshi to accept the award on behalf of the winners, since they couldn't come due to visa issues. Jamima Afridi. next winner is Rabia Arshad, freelance journalist and documentary maker, a mobile journalism expert highlighting gender equality and climate change in Pakistan's evolving digital landscape. Can we please have the AV?
औरतों की आवाज़ उस वक्त तरह से मीनिंगफुल हो जाती है जब एक सियासी तहरीक चल रही हो। ये आवाज़ें जो उठी थी औरतों की, और वो उस वक्त उठी थी जब बड़े सगीर में एंटी कॉलोनियल तहरीक चल रही थी।
एक और प्ले कार्ड जो एज अ वकील, एज अ लॉ प्रोफेसर मेरे दिल के बहुत करीब है, वो बहुत सिंपल सा प्ले कार्ड है, बेटी दिल में बेटी विल में।
And now moving on to our Afghanistani winners. This includes Zarguna Salehi, reporter, Pajwa Afghan News Agency, an Afghan journalist bravely reporting on women's struggles under Taliban rule, from school closures to gender-based violence. Now, unfortunately, they couldn't come due to visa issues, but if I may request Dilrukshi to please come and accept this award as well. The next award goes to Waslat Zuha Khan, reporter, 8 AM newspaper, an exiled Afghan journalist amplifying the voices of marginalized women despite being displaced. Now, because of visa issues, they couldn't come, but may we please have a round of applause for the winners. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you, Ms. Voinar. I would like you to stay back on stage, please. I would also like to remind all our winners to stay back for a group photo that will happen at the end of the event. And now moving on, I invite Dr. Kanem back on stage with our chief guest for the evening, actor Ms. Ratna Pathak Shah, for the launch of Alter Narratives, a compilation of award-winning entries of LMA 2024. May I also invite Dr. Sharada, who edited the book, and Population First Program Officer Gender, Navan Shetty, who worked on it, to join them on stage. Alter Narratives showcases the work of dedicated journalists tracking gender discrimination, violence, and societal norms. These thought-provoking stories spark essential conversations showing how the media can drive change and offer hope for a more inclusive future for women and the marginalized. We would now like to give a token of our gratitude to all our esteemed guests on stage. May I request Dr. Sharada to honor Dr. Natalia Kanem, please? may now request Yogesh Pawar to honor Mr. P.O. Smith. Dr. Sharada honors Miss Andrea Voina. And Yogesh Pawar to honor Ms. Ratna Pathak Shah. Thank you. Thank you to all the esteemed guests here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, nobody has to stay by. And now, it's time for a musical interlude. If I may please welcome on stage Ms. Radhika Sood Nayak and her talented troupe for a soulful performance.
We bring to you the kalam from three poets of Punjab. The first one is by the Sikh Guru, the first Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak. The second piece is by a 17th century Sufi poet, Baba Bulle Shah. And the third is by a 16th century Sufi poet, Shah Hussain. Now, the reason for bringing these different poets together to you is that they have all spoken about the woman in these pieces. In the first one, Guru Nanak says, Pand jammiye, Pand nimmiye, Pand mangan vyah. He says, from a woman, man is born. In a woman, man is conceived. To a woman, man is engaged and married. Pand mua, pand paliye, pand hove bandhan. When a woman dies, the man seeks another woman. He is bound to a woman all his life. So kyun manda aakhiye, jit jamme rajan. Why do you call her the bad one, the one who has birthed kings? This is back in the 15th century. Against the patriarchy, Guru Nanak spoke. This is his Shabad. So we start with this. We just need a minute to ensure that the instruments are tuned in, and we will start. Till then, I'll just introduce Neil Mukherjee on the guitar. And Vinayak Netke on the tabla, and later on the cajon. पंड निम्मिये पंड मंगण वेया पंड जम्मिये पंड निम्मिये पंड मंगण वेया पंड होवे दोस्ती पंड होवे दोस्ती पंड हो चले रा पंड जम्मिये पंड निम्मिये पंड मंगण वेया पंड मोआ पंड पालिए पंड होवे बंदान पंड मोआ पंड पालिए पंड होवे बंदान सो क्यों मंदा आखिए सो क्यों मंदा आखिए जिस जम मेरा जान पंड जम्मिए पंड निम्मिए पंड मंगण वेया पंड होहि पंड उपजै पंडे बाज न कोय पंड होहि पंड उपजै पंडे बाज न कोय नानक पंडे बाहरा नानक पंडे बाहरा एको सचो सोय पंड जम्मिए पंड निम्मिए पंड मंगण वेया जित मुख सदा सालाहिए जित मुख सदा सालाहिए पागारती चार नानक ते मुख उजले नानक ते मुख उजले तित सचे दरबार पंड जम्मिए पंड निम्मिए पंड मंगण वेया पंड मंगण वेया Pand comes from the word bhanda. Bhanda is a vessel that holds, that contains, which is why the woman is referred to as the pand in Punjabi. We move to 17th century, Baba Bulle Shah. He speaks in the voice of Heer, which is a very common theme in Punjabi Sufi kalam. Heer is in love with Ranjha. He says, ਹਾਜੀ ਲੋਕ ਮੱਕੇ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਫॉर हज people go to Mecca, ਮੇਰਾ ਰਾਂਝਾ ਹੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੱਕਾ, ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀ ਹਾਂ, for me my ਰਾਂਝਾ is my ਮੱਕਾ, yes I'm crazy, ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੰਗ ਰਾਂਝਣ ਦੀ ਹੋਈਆਂ, ਮੇਰਾ ਬਾਬੁਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਧੱਕਾ, I belong to ਰਾਂਝਾ, ਮੇਰੀ ਮੰਗਣੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਉਸਸੇ, but my father is pressuring me to marry another man. ਹਾਜੀ ਲੋਕ ਮੱਕੇ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਅਸਾਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਤਖਤ ਹਜ਼ਾਰੇ, ਤਖਤ ਹਜ਼ਾਰੇ was the land of ਰਾਂਝਾ. ਹਾਜੀ ਲੋਕ ਮੱਕੇ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਅਸਾਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਤਖਤ ਹਜ਼ਾਰੇ, ਜਿੱਤ ਵੱਲ ਯਾਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੱਲ ਕਾਬਾ, wherever my beloved is, that is my ਕਾਬਾ, ਜਿੱਤ ਵੱਲ ਯਾਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੱਲ ਕਾਬਾ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਫੋਲ ਕਿਤਾਬਾਂ ਚਾਰੇ, you can check any holy books, my ਕਾਬਾ is where my beloved is. So here in Ranjha is a very common theme in Sufi Kalam, but here Ranjha is not your average, not your good-looking Gabru Jawan. You know, he is your core, he is your essence. And he time and again defies all the conventions to declare her love, her longing for that Ranjha, to be herself. So here is this kafi of Baba Bulle Shah, dedicated to all the Laadlis, the Kamlis rather, yeah. ਹਾਜੀ ਲੋਕ ਮੱਕੇ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਹਾਜੀ ਲੋਕ ਮੱਕੇ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਮੇਰਾ ਰਾਂਝਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੱਕਾ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀਆਂ, ਹਾਜੀ ਲੋਕ ਮੱਕੇ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਮੇਰਾ ਰਾਂਝਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੱਕਾ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀਆਂ, ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀਆਂ, असा जाना तख्त हजारे 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 हाजी लोग मक्के वल जांदे असा जाना तख्त हजारे नी मैं कमलियां जित वलिया या जितवल यारो थेवल काबा जितवल यारो थेवल काबा पावे फुल किताबां चारे नी मैं कमलियां हाजी लोग मक्के वल जांदे साडे दिल विच नौशो मक्का नी मैं कमलियां हाजी लोग मक्के वल जांदे साडे दिल विच नौशो मक्का नी मैं कमलियां विचे हाजी विचे गाजी विचे हाजी विचे गाजी विचे चोरी चक्का नी मैं कमलियां हाजी लोग मक्के वल जांदे मेरा रांझा मेरा मक्का नी मैं कमलियां मैं तां मंग रांझण दी होइयां मैं तां मंग रांझण दी होइयां मेरा बाबुल करदा है तक्का नी मैं कमलियां 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 We've just got greedy and we said that in these 3 songs we want to literally bring Punjab here. So this is 15th century Punjab now. Shah Hussain. He was a Malamati poet. Now these Malamati poets are a very different character. These Malamati fakirs, I would say, not a poet. I mean, he was a poet, of course. But their fakiri is of a very different brand. Because they don't look for followers. They don't want followers. So a Malamati will actually do obnoxious things so that people don't follow him. And of course, it is a journey to conquer the ego, which is, this is their way, this is their path to self-realization. Now this Kafi is very special because here he speaks of the buri aurat. Now in Punjab, the buri was the woman who was immoral, who was not conforming to the societal norms of right and wrong, good and bad. वो ते बुरी है. So he says, बुरियां 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 वे असी बुरियां वे लोका. I'm bad, bad, bad. Don't come near us. बुरियां कोल ना बोवे. तीरां ते तलवारां कोलों तिखियां बिरहों दियां छुरियां वे लोका. Sharper than the arrows and the swords is my bireh, my longing, my passion for the beloved. And that's all I care for. Yes, I'm bad. Je tu takht hazare da sain. If you are the sain of takht hazara, which is Ranjha, asi Sialan diyan kudiyan ve loka. We are the daughters of Sial, where Heer belonged. We are Heers, if you are the Ranjha. That is their kinship with the sain, the beloved. Again, please, Ranjha is not that perfect man. Ranjha is that core, our essence, our deepest part. Sanj path kahun so nahi. We are not tied back by any Sanj path. Nothing ties us back. Sajan khojan asi turiyan ve loka. we have set out on this journey to look for our Sajan. Kahe Hussain Fakir Saida, Sahib Syon Asi Judiyan ve loka. With that one Sahib, we are only connected to that. Nothing else matters to us. Buriyan, 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 ve asi buriyan ve loka. Buriyan, buriyan, buriyan ve. Buriyan, buriyan, buriyan ve asi buriyan ve loka. Buriyan, buriyan, Salil Mukherjee on the guitar, Vinayak Netke on the cajon and the tabla. Thank you very much for this beautiful opportunity to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Radhika Sood and the entire troupe for taking us into another realm, really. If I may please request Yogesh Pawar to come on stage now. As a token of gratitude, Yogesh Pawar, if you may please felicitate the performer trio. Can we please have a photo of all the four of you together? We couldn't get that photo. Please. Thank you so much. And now it's time for the special awards. I would now like to invite on stage renowned and eminent theatre, TV and film actor Ms. Ratna Pathak Shah to present the special Laadli awards to our distinguished recipients. If I may request you to please come on stage. Dr. Armaiti Desai receives the Laadli of the Century Award. Dr. Armaiti Desai is a pioneering educator whose contributions to gender equality in social work, education have had a nationwide impact. And now, nonagenarian Dr. Desai's award will be accepted by eminent women's studies scholar Dr. Lakshmi Lingam. Can we please have the AV before that, please?
Trailblazer social work educator and Catherine Kendall awardee. As the head of the Nirvaniketan College of Social Work, Tata Institute of Social Sciences and the University Grants Commission, Dr. Desai incorporated gender justice and equality in social work education long before they became buzzwords. Her capacity building of women faculty and administrators for managerial roles in higher education as UGC chairperson created a nationwide impact. It is our honor to confer the Laadli of the Century Award on Dr. Desai for her contribution to making gender equality a part of academia.
Laadli of the Century, Dr. Lakshmi Lingam, please. Dr. Lakshmi Lingam, a renowned women's studies scholar, accepts this award on behalf of nonagenarian Dr. Desai. This is the Laadli of the Century Award. Lakshmi Lingam. And now, the next award goes to Ms. Bachi Karkaria, Laadli Lifetime Achievement Award. Ms. Bachi Karkaria is an acclaimed journalist and author who has been a trailblazer in gender-sensitive reporting and public health advocacy. If we can please have the AV first.
Chronicler of Urbania, author and media trainer, and the first Indian on the World Editors Forum. Ms. Bachi Karkaria's journalism put gender sharply on the agenda right from her earlier innings at The Statesman. Her intersectionalizing of gender in urbanization and public health reporting has seen her emerge advisor to several global bodies. Her satirical column, Erratica, with TOI enjoys cult following, and her path-breaking books are all bestsellers. It is our honor to confer Ms. Karkaria with the Lifetime Achievement Award for her contribution to mainstreaming gender with her journalism.
Ms. Karkaria, we are not going to let you go without having the opportunity to hear a few words from you. If I may request Ms. Karkaria to respond to the award, please. You can't leave. We can't miss this opportunity of not listening to you.
First of all, I have to be heard. First of all, I have to be seen. If you see them, you hear them, and you can do it. Well, thank you very much. I've been given 1 minute to speak, and I will stick to that. But all I wanted to say is that where did all this start? It really started with a poster of UNICEF, where it was dedicated to the girl child, and they had this child on the poster, and it said, "What would you like to be when you grow up?" And the answer was alive. And I think that message has kind of stayed with me, and I think really inspired me to write what I have been writing. And I think these voices need to be heard even louder, because the more lip service that's paid, the worse the situation becomes. And that is why I think voices from journalists and other media professionals are so important to keep that voice out there. So thank you very much, Laadli. Thank you.
And now the Laadli Behind the Screen Award goes to Ms. Hetal Dedia. May I please invite Sunita Rao to be on stage while this award is conferred? Ms. Hetal Dedia is Bollywood's first female gaffer, has paved the way for women in film lighting. Hetal Dedia. Thank you so much. And now the Laadli Gender Champion Award goes to Advocate Vrinda Grover. Advocate Vrinda Grover, an ardent human rights lawyer, has tirelessly fought for justice, defending victims of abuse and state violence. And on behalf of Ms. Grover, if I may request Ms. Nandita Shah of Akshara to accept the award. Ms. Nandita Shah. Thank you so much and congratulations. And may we now ask Ms. Ratna Pathak Shah to please stay back as I invite our national coordinator, Ms. Dolly Thakur, and spokesperson, Ms. Sunita Rao, to present the Films Awards. And the set of film awards are as follows. The Best Feature Film, Lapata Ladies, Kiran Rao. In recognition of its portrayal of social issues by a narrative about two brides accidentally switched while traveling by train in 2001, Lapata Ladies is presented with the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024. May I please invite Chaya Kadam, who plays a pivotal character, to be on stage.
घूंघट ऊपर उठा लो बेटा, सब घर वाले ही है। ये कौन है रे?
चाची बदली हो गई?
ओ भाग।
सर, ये हमारा दोस्त है दीपक कुमार। कल रात को विदा करा के वापस लौट रहा था तो रास्ता में इसकी बीवी खो गई सर।
ए लड़की,
खो गई हो? ऐसा दुर्घटना तो पहली बार सुने हम।
घर पहुंच के जो देखा कि जिसको हम अपने साथ ले आया हूँ वो हमारी दुल्हन फूल नहीं थी।
तो कौन?
पुष्पा रानी। सुहागरात मना लिया, गहना उतरवा लिया, तोरा से पीछा छुड़ा लिया, अब काहे खोजता है गऊ?
आप भरोसा रखिए ना दादी।
तू रख भरोसा, हम काहे रखे भाई?
मन करता है शौटुआ एक कन्या पे डाउटुआ, मन करता है शौटुआ एक कन्या पे डाउटुआ।
दबोच लिखा है इसको।
Thank you and congratulations, Chaya Kadam. And now, the most significant film of the year, All We Imagine as Light, Payal Kapadia. Since Chaya Kadam, who plays a pivotal role in this film too, which made history at Cannes 24 with a Grand Prix, could I please ask her to stay back? In recognition of its groundbreaking portrayal of women's struggles and experiences, All We Imagine as Light is presented with the South Asia Laadli Media and Advertising Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024. Let's please have the AV.
ഇത് പ്രവേശിക്കാണല്ലോ. ഇതിപ്പോ ആരയക്കാനാ? ഒന്നും കാണുന്നില്ല. ഇതിലെന്തോ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. मेड इन जर्मनी। प्रभु चेची हस्बैंड അവിടെ അല്ലേ?
लास्ट टाइम कभी फोन किया था उसने? 1 साल से ऊपर हो गया।
ചേച്ചിക്ക് ആളെ നേരത്തെ അറിയായിരുന്നു? തീരെ അറിയത്തില്ലായിരുന്നു. ഒരു ദിവസം അച്ഛൻ വിളിച്ചേച്ച് വീട്ടിലോട്ട് വരാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാൻ ചെന്നപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് അവർ കല്യാണമൊക്കെ നിശ്ചയിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു. ഒട്ടും അറിയാത്ത ഒരാളെ എങ്ങനെയാ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കുക? കൊണ്ടൊന്നും പറ്റുമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നില്ല. അതിനെൻ്റെ മോനെ രാത്രി വരെ കാത്തിരിക്കേണ്ടി വരും. പക്ഷേ തൽക്കാലത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ ഈ മേഘത്തിൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ കുറച്ച് ഉമ്മ കൊടുത്തു വിട്ടാലോ? ഈ ഭാവിയെ പറ്റി ചിന്തിക്കാറുണ്ടോ? ആൾക്കാരെ നമുക്കറിയാം, പക്ഷെ നല്ലതാവാൻ വലിയ സമയമൊന്നും വേണം.
Thank you. And now we move on to the next category, the best OTT film, Kadal the Core. Geo Baby, in recognition of its bold storytelling and nuanced understanding of queerness, Kadal, the core, is presented with the South Asia Laadli Media and Advertising Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024. May we please have the AV.
ഞാൻ മാത്യു ദേവസി വരാനിരിക്കുന്ന നമ്മുടെ 3-ാം വാർഡ് വൈ ഇലക്ഷനിൽ ഞാൻ ഒരു സ്ഥാനാർത്ഥിയെ മത്സരിക്കുകയാണ്.
അല്ല അതിനപ്പ ഇലക്ഷനെ കാണാൻ സമ്മതിച്ചോ?
3-ാം വാർഡിൽ ഒരു വൈ ഇലക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടേ, അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ പാർട്ടിയുടെ സ്ഥാനാർത്ഥി സാറാണ്.
സാറിനെ കണ്ടറിയാലോ ഒരു പാവമാണ്.
എന്താണ് മാത്യു സാറേ, കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ കൂടുതൽ കോംപ്ലിക്കേറ്റഡ് ആവുകയാണല്ലോ. അവര് എവിഡൻസ് റീഓപ്പൺ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടുള്ള പെറ്റീഷൻ ഫയൽ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
അവനോട് ചോദിച്ചിട്ടില്ലേ ഞാൻ ഇലക്ഷൻ നിൽക്കാൻ സമ്മതിച്ചു. എന്നിട്ടിപ്പം
ഒരിടത്ത് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകാൻ കിട്ടത്തില്ല.
Appearing for the petitioner, Your Honor. I'm appearing for the respondent.
അതിൽ ക്രൂവലിറ്റി എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ.
എനിക്ക് കള്ളം പറയാത്ത എൻ്റെ അപ്പനെ ഇഷ്ടം.
അളിയാൻ പറ്റുമെങ്കിൽ ഈ കേസും വയ്യ വലിയ നമ്മളെ ഒന്ന് ഒഴിവാക്കൂടെ?
എവിടേക്ക് താങ്ങാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല. കാര്യമില്ല.
ഞാനങ്ങനെ അധികം ആരോടും അങ്ങനെ സംസാരിക്കുന്ന ഒരാളല്ല. പിന്നെ കല്യാണം കഴിച്ചിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ 10-20 കൊല്ലമായില്ലേ. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ എന്നതാ ഒരുപാട് സംസാരിക്കാനുള്ളത്.
May we please request Paulson Skaria, scriptwriter of the film, to accept this award. Now moving on to the next category, the best web series, Tali, Ravi Jadhav. Shri Gauri Sawant, whose life inspired the series, is also with us this evening. Tai, if you could please come on stage. Tali, directed by Ravi Jadhav and featuring Sushmita Sen, follows the life of transgender activist Shri Gauri Sawant in recognition of its commitment to representing the lived experiences of transgender women. Tali is presented with the South Asia Laadli Media and Advertising Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024. Can we please have the AV?
क्योंकि ये गौरी भी कभी गणेश था.
कन्या, क्या बनोगे बड़े होकर? मुझे तो माँ बनना है. मर्द कभी माँ नहीं बन सकते.
ये कभी मत बनना.
क्यों?
क्योंकि तुझ में अभी भी बदलने की उम्मीद है.
चलो लाइन में आ जाओ. मेल राइट साइड, फीमेल लेफ्ट साइड.
तुझे हम जैसे लोगों से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, और अगर है तो पहले हम जैसा बन के दिखा अंदर से.
आज गौरी आने वाली थी ना, तो मैंने मेरी सुबह की शिफ्ट उससे दी.
गौरी आ गई.
एक थाम रे. I will tell you what is scary. जिस देश में कुत्तों तक का सेंसस होता है पर ट्रांसजेंडर्स का नहीं, ऐसे देश में आप जैसे लोगों के बीच जीना, that is scary.
आप ये कह रहे हैं कि इस देश में अगर आप मर्द या औरत नहीं है तो जिंदा ही नहीं है.
ये रूल है.
क्या लगता है ये रूल बदलने के लिए?
पेटिशन.
हम सब ने मिलकर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पिटीशन जारी करी है ट्रांसजेंडर इक्वालिटी के लिए. गली की लड़ाई आखिर दिल्ली तक पहुंच ही गई.
ट्रांसजेंडर को लीगल राइट मिलना कितना जरूरी?
जितना एक बच्चे को उसकी माँ मिलना.
Thank you so much. And with this, we wrap up the films category. Thank you so much for your precious time, everyone. And now on to the next segment of the awards. Please welcome Mr. K.V. Sridhar, Executive Trustee of Population First, and Trustee Dr. A.L. Sharada to present the prestigious Advertising Awards. And the first award goes to Tanishq for Consistent Gender Advocate Award. For Tanishq's Hira Hotum campaign's consistent dedication to gender sensitivity, challenging traditional stereotypes, and advocating equality, it is being conferred the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity. Can we please have the AV?
आज भी हमेशा की तरह ढूंढ रही थी एक वजह, इस रोशनी को अपनी जिंदगी का एक छोटा सा हिस्सा बनाने की।
मैम ट्राई कीजिए ना।
वजह आई, रुकी, इंतजार किया और फिर चली गई।
मम्मा, मम्मा।
लेकिन आज पता चला कि मेरी जिंदगी ही एक वजह है।
एक हीरे को अपना पहला हीरा लेने के लिए किसी वजह की जरूरत नहीं। तनिष्क, हीरा हो तुम।
Can we please have someone from Tanishq to accept the award? We move on to the next award, please. And this one goes to Whisper and Leo Burnett India, the CSR Award. The Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity goes to Whisper and Leo Burnett's Period Song campaign, which raises crucial awareness about menstrual health through the voices of young girls. Can we please have the AV?
तो आज हमने क्या सीखा?
पीरियड्स का मतलब हेल्दी है आप, पीरियड्स का मतलब हेल्दी है आप। बॉडी में यूट्रस लाइनिंग बनाए, फिर हर महीने उसे हटाए। खून के रूप में ये बाहर आए, पर डरने की नहीं ये कोई भी बात। पीरियड्स का मतलब हेल्दी है आप।
8 की उम्र से आना
नहीं बड़ी बात,
पैड्स यूज करके सब
कर सकते आप।
ना कोई बीमारी
ना है कोई शाप,
इसका नहीं मतलब
कि मर रहे हो आप।
Whisper's Keep Girls in School program has taught over 100 million schoolgirls about periods and period products. With every pack of Whisper Ultra you buy, you too can help us keep girls in school.
A beautiful ad indeed. Can we please have someone from Whisper and Leo Burnett India? Dr. Sharda, if I may request you to please do the honors. The next award goes to Luminous India and Autumn Grey Corporate Film category. The Luminous India and Autumn Grey's Women in Energy campaign are conferred the South Asia Laadli Media and Advertising Award for Gender Sensitivity for celebrating women's vital role in the energy sector, breaking barriers in a traditionally male-dominated field. Can we please have the AV?
माँ को छत पर ना बहुत काम होता है, पर वो जो करती है और कोई नहीं कर सकता। कितना ध्यान लगाती है, कितना मन लगाती है, फिर चाहे दिन हो या रात, बहुत तेज धूप हो या बारिश, उनको कुछ भी नहीं रोक पाता। क्योंकि सच में माँ को छत और नाप बहुत काम होता है।
एक नया सूरज तूने उगाया, लाए नए से सवेरे, लाए नए से सवेरे, लाए नए से सवेरे।
And now for the next joint product award. This award goes to Ariel and BBDO India's Home Teams Share the Load campaign. The Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity goes to Ariel and BBDO's India's Home Teams Share the Load, which challenges traditional gender roles in domestic chores, advocating for a fair division of household responsibilities. If we can have the AV, please.
Congratulations, Ash. सिंगापुर जा रही हो ट्रेनिंग के लिए.
Thanks, ma'am. अभी मेल आया. But I don't think I'll go.
Why? क्या? Such a great opportunity. तुम्हारे लिए और जिन्हें तुम ट्रेन करने जा रही हो उनके लिए भी.
It's just एक हफ्ते की ट्रेनिंग है. इतने दिन मेरे बिना I don't know if the team will be able to manage. I think it's best if I stay back.
ये सारा काम तुमने भी सीखा ना. तुम्हारी टीम भी सीख लेगी.
क्या कर रहे हो?
ट्रेनिंग तुम्हारी सिंगापुर ट्रिप के लिए. ये सारा काम तुमने भी सीखा ना, तुम्हारी टीम भी सीख लेगी.
Thank you so much. And now moving on to the next award. This is the Joint Product Award, and it goes to Edelman India and Starbucks India's It Starts With Your Name campaign. For Starbucks India and Edelman India's It Starts With Your Name campaign, which features a transgender model, advocates inclusion and gender sensitivity recognition, they are being conferred with the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity. Can we please have the AV?
सुनो, इस बार गुस्सा मत होना प्लीज.
कॉफी. तेरी आदतें नहीं बदली.
Three cold coffees for Arpita. Three cold coffees for Arpita.
बेटा, मेरे लिए तो आज भी मेरा बच्चा है. बस एक लेटर ही तो ऐड हुआ है तेरे नाम में.
Starts with your name.
Can we please have the team from Edelman India and Starbucks India? the Special Day Category Award, the Revolutionaries campaign by Shadi.com for Shadi.org. Shadi.com is being conferred the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity for conceptualizing the Revolutionaries campaign for Shadi.com, which calls for increased female workforce participation, addressing critical challenges faced by women. Can we please have the AV?
तो इसमें बुरा क्या है? रोटी बेलना तो सबको आना चाहिए, पर चलो आज इस रोटी को लेकर ही कुछ समझाती हूँ। ये जो गोल है ना, ये है इंडिया की जनता और ये है हम औरतें। ये शादी से पहले काम करने वाली औरतें सिर्फ इतनी बचती हैं शादी के बाद। ये एक बच्चा होने के बाद और ये दूसरा बच्चा होने के बाद। तो अब बताओ, एक आधे निवाले में इंडिया का पेट कैसे भरेगा? इंडिपेंडेंस के 76 साल बाद 76% औरतें जीती हैं इंडिपेंडेंस। अब मेरे साथ ये नंबर कौन बदलेगा?
Moving on to the next award, it's the Service Category Award to Urban Company and Talented's Choti Soch. The Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity goes to Urban Company and Talented's Choti Soch campaign, advocating for the dignity of women's work, challenging societal stigma. If we can have the AV, please.
वो कह रहे थे कि उन्हें पता है कि आपने गाड़ी कैसे ली।
कैसे?
सबको हैप्पी एंडिंग देकर।
सही तो बोल रहे हैं। जब एक थकी हुई हाउसवाइफ या एक नई माँ को आराम मिलता है तो हुई ना वो उनकी हैप्पी एंडिंग। नई गाड़ी तो सबको दिखती है, लेकिन मेहनत किसी को नहीं दिखती।
शिद्दत से किया हुआ हर काम बड़ा होता है, चाहे उसके बारे में सोच कितनी ही छोटी क्यों ना हो।
The next award for the special day, congratulations Urban Company and Talented Choti Soch. Now the Special Day Category Award goes to Dabar Vatika and Green Chutney Films for Women of Substance. For Green Chutney Films and Dabar Vatika's Women of Substance campaign, which celebrates women-led factories showcasing leadership and dedication, they are being conferred a Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity. Let's give you a glimpse with this AV.
ముత్యాలు చెమచక్క ముక్కులేయంగా రత్నాలు చెమచక్క రంగులేయంగా పగడాలు చెమచక్క పండిరేయంగా పండితు అమ్మాయి పెళ్లి చేయంగా చెరదేసి ముక్క ముక్కులేయంగా రంగులేయంగా పండిరేయంగా పండితు అమ్మాయి పెళ్లి చేయంగా.
Less than 20% of Indian women work at paid jobs. A 10% rise could boost India's GDP by $552 billion. Thanks to our women of substance, Dabar Vatika is made and packed by a 100% women-run operation.
Heartiest congratulations. And now moving on to the next award, which goes to Harpic and TGTHR. This is the Jury Appreciation Certificate for CSR for Harpic and TGTHR's Be Free to Pee initiative with the Locator app, championing women's access to safe public restrooms, promoting health and safety. They are being conferred the Laadli Jury Appreciation Certificate for Gender Sensitivity. The AV, please.
नजर इधर नजर उधर इधर उधर उधर इधर ढूंढे किसको ये नजर इधर उधर उधर इधर जरूरी है ये मगर कोई तो दे इनको खबर जरूरी है ये मगर
मिला एक साफ पब्लिक टॉयलेट ढूंढना 70% महिलाओं के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी परेशानी है। इसलिए नजर इधर उधर नहीं रखिए हार्पिक लोकेटर ऐप पर। ये बताता है आपके आसपास के पब्लिक टॉयलेट रेटिंग के साथ, ताकि घर के बाहर आपके कदम कभी रुके नहीं। Be free to pay with Harpic Locator app. Download now.
With this, it marks the end of the advertising awards. Thank you so much. If I may request both of you to please take your seats. Thank you. Thank you so much to the UNFPA team to be a part of the celebration today. Even though the program will continue, we understand that you have a flight to take. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. And now moving on to the next category, which is the Books Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Satya Saran, a renowned author, to be on stage to present the Books Awards. Ms. Satya Saran. Thank you so much. And our awardees for Hindi non-fiction, Dr. Sandeep Kumar Meel for Bharat Mein Stri Vimarsh. Dr. Sandeep Kumar Meel's insightful work explores women's struggles in India, offering a historical and contemporary perspective on gender issues. The next award goes to English non-fiction, Nandita Jairaj and Ashmita Dogra for Lab Hopping, a journey to find India's women in science. Nandita Jairaj and Ashmita Dogra's Lab Hopping highlight the challenges women scientists face, raising critical awareness about gender disparity in science. next award, this is for English fiction. It goes to Parini Shroff, The Bandit Queens. Parini Shroff's The Bandit Queens beautifully portrays women's resilience and strength through witty, memorable storytelling. Can we please have Parini Shroff? And the next award goes to Ruth Vanita for translation On the Edge, 100 Years of Hindi Fiction on Same-Sex Desire. Ruth Vanita's translation of same-sex desire in Hindi fiction offers a nuanced perspective of gender and sexuality. May we request Shobhana of Queer Inc. to receive the award on their behalf. Thank you so much. And now English non-fiction award goes to Angela Saini, The Patriarchs, How Men Came to Rule. Angela Saini's The Patriarchs explores the roots of patriarchy, challenging long-held notions. Moving on. For English memoir, Ashok Alexander for memoir, How the Light Gets In. Ashok Alexander's memoir details his journey in public health, addressing inequalities faced by marginalized communities. Thank you so much. And now we have in the midst of us Ravi Jadhav, who received the award for Tali. If we may request him to be on stage, please. Ravi Jadhav. If you can please come on stage to accept the award. We also have amidst us Pratibha Rangta from Lapata Ladies. If I may request her as well to come on stage. Pratibha Rangta. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. And now, if I may please request Chaya Kadam to stay back on stage. Thanks to both of you for this. Chaya Kadam, if I may request you to please present the Laadli Theatre Award to Dr. Ulka Mayur for her play Cast Off All Shame, a thought-provoking solo performance blending modern narratives and bhakti poetry. Written, directed, and performed by Dr. Mayur, the play explores gender alongside the intersectionalities of caste and class, showcasing diverse experiences of Indian women. Thank you. If we may please have Ulka Mayur.
Cast off all shame and sell yourself in the marketplace.
Then alone can you hope to reach the Lord.
शादी का शौक बाय गॉड बचपन से मुझे भी था। तुम्हारे लिए पास से होगा लेकिन हमारे लिए तो प्रॉब्लम आसपास ही है। I'm a born survivor. तुम हमारी कॉलोनी में आ जाओ, तुम्हें यहाँ से एक से बढ़कर एक जजमेंटल लोग देखने मिलेंगे। अब माते को क्या पता, खाते पीते दिखेंगे तो आने जाते दिखेंगे कैसे? तो शाम के टाइम ना झाड़ू नहीं करते, उससे लक्ष्मी चली जाती है। मैं सोचूं लक्ष्मी आती कभी तो जाएगी कैसे? नो 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 प्लीज आज रपट जाए तो हमें ना उठाइए।
Thank you so much, all of you. With this, we end this round of awards. Thank you. Yes. And now for the next round of awards, it's my pleasure to invite on stage Ms. Kanchan Srivastava, a distinguished figure in journalism and media advocacy, to present the Media Awards. Kanchan Srivastava. Is Mitali Parikh here? Can you please come on stage? And now going on with the awards declaration. The first award goes to Seema Agarwal for Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024 for her print article in Hindi, Kupratha Ka Shikar Ye Draupadiyan, published in Prajatantra, Indore. The next award goes to Surabhi Kanga, who's awarded the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024 for a print magazine article in English, Partial Justice, published in The Caravan. Surabhi Kanga. The next award goes to Maitri Porecha, who's awarded the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024 for a print feature in English, Talking Therapy, Asha Workers Offer Hope in Rural Madhya Pradesh, published in The Hindu. Maitri Porecha. It's a reunion. It's a reunion here on stage. The next award goes to Hina Kausar Khan, who's awarded the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024 for a print magazine feature in Marathi, Us Hadse Ne Mayus Kar Diya, published in Nabs Idotsav. The next award goes to Anikta Apurva for Laadli Media Award for Gender Sensitivity for a web article in English, What Beauty Parlors in Jharkhand Villages Tell Us About Gender, Caste and Hope, published in behenbox.com. Anikta Apurva. The next award goes to Nivedita Luis for a web blog in Tamil, Kayur Kalantrayal, Marakka Agni Pradeep, published on herstories.xyz. Nivedita Louise. The next award goes to Sukanya Shaji, Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024 for a web e-magazine in English. Conversion therapy still continues in India despite a ban, published on thenewsminute.com. Sukanya Shaji. The next award goes to Ankita Dhar Karmakar for a web feature in English, What an Evening at Parda Bagh in Old Delhi Says About Women and Leisure, published on behenbox.com. The next award goes to Muhammad Abu Bakar, who's awarded the Laadli Media Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024 for the web feature video in English, Kashmir, Female Wheelchair Basketball Players Defy Odds, published on dw.com.
सबसे बड़ा फोकस ये है कि ये लोग इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाए, व्हीलचेयर बाउंड होने के साथ साथ ये लोग इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाए। सपोज कल को अगर ये कहीं पे भी जाएं, ये खुद से जाएं, खुद से ट्रैवल करें, खुद से कहीं पे भी जाना हो। ये और स्पोर्ट्स का क्या रहता है, स्पोर्ट्स में जिस प्लेयर को भी सपोज घर में बैठ बैठ के लाइक डिप्रेशन फील कर रहा हो, वो उससे बाहर आ जाता है ऑटोमेटिकली। और स्पोर्ट्स एक ऐसी चीज़ है जिसमें बहुत सारे थेरापेटिक्स बेनिफिट्स भी हैं। मेन गोल यही है कि ये लोग इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाएं।
The next award goes to Apurva Mandhani, who's given the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity for the web investigative story in English. 5 years since the Rohini Ashram raid, CBI can't catch rape accused Godman who keeps appearing in new YouTube videos. This was published on theprint.in. The next award goes to Amar Khan and Hannah Ellis Peterson for the web news report in English, I Trusted Him. Human trafficking surges in cyclone hit East India, published on theguardian.com. And SheThePeople.tv is awarded the Laadli Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024 for the web op-ed in English, Wrestlers versus the System. Moving on to the next award, in recognition of their contribution to advancing the conversation on feminist media criticism with their article Narivadi Gyan Mimamsa ke Sandarbh aur Bharatiya Media under web feature Hindi category, Aishwarya A.V. Raj is honored with the Regional Laadli Media and Advertising Award for Gender Sensitivity 2024. Aishwarya A.V. Raj. And with this, we come to the end of the awards function. I now invite Ratna Pathak Shah, our chief guest for the evening, renowned actor and cultural icon, to deliver her keynote address.
Hello, thank you for having me here. And hopefully this will be the shortest keynote address ever. I have nothing to say. except that I was really taken aback to see the kind of work that's been done, that's being celebrated today. This is the tip of the iceberg. There are many more like you all over the country. Young people, so many young people. It's so heartening. I'm moved to tears, and I'm totally taken aback by the variety of subjects picked up in all forms, all media, the way in which expression is being extended in all kinds of directions, the kind of people there, the new faces. I'm just absolutely astounded, particularly the people from our subcontinent, our neighbors who have come here today and who have joined us in this incredible celebration of what we can do if we only want to, if we only have the will. So all I can say is thank you for inviting me. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to open my eyes and to see what I have missed or what I did not know enough of, to meet all you wonderful people. I have only one comment to make. Let's not only talk about the girls, let's talk about the boys. That's an area that we really are not focusing on. We may have helped make these wonderful new girls that I'm seeing everywhere. What about the wonderful young men that will have to be partners to them? Or partners of all kinds, people of all kinds, this acceptability. We just have to extend the conversation, include more people, more ideas, more ways of looking at the world. And what better way than media, art, film, television, all kinds of books, literature. This is the way in which I have learned about everything in the world, and I hope that I can contribute in that same vein, and I hope I can see what wonderful contributions are being made today. It was a really eye-opening evening for me. Thank you for having me here.
I want to take this opportunity to thank each one of you for having braved the horrible traffic and the weather to be here. So all those people who are still stuck and still making their way here, I don't know when they will, because we've drawn to almost the end of the evening's proceedings. Thank you very much. I would like to tell all those winners here who still not picked up their bags for the trophies to pick them up from backstage if they have not got it. Or if they raise their hand, the volunteers will get them for you. All the winners can also stay back. Can I request them to stay back for a group photo? So that's another announcement that I was asked backstage to remember to tell you guys. And thank you so much, everyone, once again, for being here. UNFPA, thank you so much for always being there. And all you lovely people who have held my hand through this first South Asian Award and National Award that happening under my directorship. Thank you so much.
Thank you.